Hey guys, and welcome to my first review video here on SimIt. As you can see, I'm already in a studio environment, which makes sense since I do have another YouTube channel where I do filmmaking reviews of gear. So for me it was just natural to move down here where I have microphone, camera, lighting, everything I need to make a good video. And I will do all the talking head here, and then the other things I will do, in the sim, showing gameplay and showing B-roll of the products that I'm reviewing. And that brings me to today's review. A while back, Ascher Racing announced a partnership with Team Redline in terms of being their official wheel sponsor. And I don't think that Team Redline needs more of an introduction. It's one of the biggest sim racing teams in the world. And today we're going to talk about their wheel of choice, which happens to be the Ascher Racing McLaren Artura Ultimate. So let's start with the specs. It has a diameter of 300 millimeters, which is a perfect size for not being too big to force around and also not too small. It has a close grip with rubber. It's not a very sticky rubber. It gives a good grip and a sense of stiffness to the wheel. And it has a 4-inch dashboard with 21 RGB LEDs for shifting, revving, all those things that you want to see. It has 14 push buttons that is in plastic with laser engraving on. So you have a nice hard tactile feel to it. You have 4 thumb encoders, one here, one here, one here, one here. And you have 2 multifunctional joysticks, which you can go like this, you can spin it, and you can push it. And you have 2 rotary dials with 12 steps on the front. And on the back you have a magnetic double paddle shifter and motorsport clutch paddles. So it's really nice. It's not too loud. It's not too much of a resistance. It's just nice. So it is a USB wheel that takes power from your computer, and it has an official SimHub integration. It also has lovely dashboards, which we will talk about a little bit more later in the video. So how does it feel? Well, I would say that it feels extremely premium. Since it's made of aluminum, you have a nice weight to it. It has the Ascher Racing logo and the McLaren logo laser engraved onto the wheel to give it an extra, flair of detail. And the rubber grips, they feel very stable. Even, in my grip of death when I'm driving, since I'm still new at this, they don't twist. So it's a really nice, comfortable grip to hold. It's not sticky. Like I've seen a few wheels that are like very sticky in the rubber, but this one feels non-sticky, but a good grip, no matter if I'm using the gloves or if I'm using my hands. So it works both ways, especially the thumb encoders also work without gloves. So you don't need to worry about getting, sore fingers just because you want to use the wheels. And in terms of being premium usually means a lot of different choices. But one thing that I really liked with this wheel is that it's really easy to install. Within 10 minutes, I just connected it to the computer, loaded up SimHub, downloaded the file that I needed, and it was up and running. So it's a super easy wheel to set up, and with the official SimHub integration, it makes it really easy to, organize your dashes. And that also brings me into that lovely dashboard, which I just found because Ascher Racing told me about it when I was in contact, because I was looking for other dashboards, if you could find them on like a dashboard marketplace, but then they just said like, no, just use lovely dashboards because that will actually heighten the functionality of your wheel. And I really like lovely dashboards because, for one, I can have my name and logo with a nice red background. It looks nice. But also the fact that I can see a map, I can see better deltas, I can see all the information that I want, from tire pressure, tire heat, where I am in the standings. So it's a really detailed dashboard that's already pre-built for this. So no matter if I'm in iRacing or Le Mans, it actually switches since I'm in SimHub, so it switches in between those programs simultaneously, which is super nice. Is there enough of inputs on this wheel? Well, as I've said, you have 14 buttons, you have 4 thumb encoders, you have these joysticks and the rotaries, so that means that you can have over 100 different inputs on this device at any single time. So I would say that the possibility for you to make it as perfect as possible for the discipline that you're racing in, that's not an issue. No matter if it's a Mazda or if it's, you know, a hypercar or a GT3 in Le Mans, you have a lot of different choices to make here, which is just, you know, chef's kiss. So how is it to drive? Well, like I said, I used this in iRacing in Le Mans Ultimate. It works very good. In Le Mans Ultimate, it works perfect because I ride GT3 cars, so this one is, you know, just perfect for that game. I also use this when I drive in iRacing, and in iRacing I mostly drive the Mazda because I'm still in, not rookie, but you know, I'm in D class or C class maybe. I'm in one of those classes, and the only races, you know, to kind of gain I rating and safety rating would be the Mazda Cups or some other cups. But this works with the Mazda. It's a bit weird when you see a round wheel in the software and you see this wheel. I mean, it works better with the GT3 type cars, Formula cars, hypercars, but it also works for that. What I wouldn't use this for is rally or drifting, because then you kind of need something round so you can spin around a little bit more. But I think that's kind of self-explanatory. I don't need to tell you guys that. Since it is an aluminum wheel, when driving, I can actually feel the haptic feedback from my SimCube, the direct drive, so I really feel the force feedback and I can feel all the bumps, so it's really like holding a real steering wheel in the hands when I'm driving. So that gives it a little bit of extra realism. I haven't tried too many wheels, so I'm not going to be, you know, like this is the most realistic that it gets, but I really like the feeling and the feedback that I can feel in the steering wheel itself. So who is the McLaren Artura Ultimate wheel for? Well, like I said, it is a premium wheel, and it also comes with somewhat of a premium price point. It lands at around 1,500 euros, give or take. So if this is the first wheel that you buy, you might be, maybe I want to go with a bit more entry level, like, you know, a cheaper wheel, like a SimMagic or something like that. But if you buy this wheel, I can guarantee you that you really don't need to upgrade in years to come, because this can give you everything that you need and more. I mean, I'm not going to be able to utilize all the functions in this wheel for years to come. So if this is the first wheel that you're buying, or if it's an upgrade because you kind of grew out of your old one, I would definitely say that it's worth the money. So I'm going to put a link in the description so you can check this out for yourself. And if you want to buy it with a bundle, I can definitely recommend to bundle it with the SimCube 2 Pro. For me, that works really nice. I haven't tried it with another direct drive, but that's a really nice combo. And one thing that really speaks for this wheel is, of course, that Team Redline has this as their preferred wheel of choice for all their racing and all their training. So it is a really solid wheel. So to summarize the Ascher Racing McLaren Artura Ultimate wheel, it's got a 30 centimeter in diameter. It's got 21 RGB LEDs. It's got 14 buttons. It's got multiple encoders. In total, over 100 inputs. It's of aluminum, so it's got a real nice feel to it. It's got an official SimHub integration. It's got a 4-inch dashboard where you can use both SimHub's dash or Lovely Dashboard. And I would say it is an incredible buy if you have the finance to do it. So what do you guys think about the Ascher Racing McLaren Artura Ultimate wheel? I know it's a long name, but please, you know, tell me in the comments what you think about it, and give me some tips on other wheels that I should try and compare this to, both for my own racing and for you guys to see if you're curious in seeing some other wheels. And also, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if there is any feedback on how I can do these videos, please, you know, reach out to me. I'm always here. Have a good one. Bye.